Welcome to the show. Just 3 days ago, there was a video that sparked the outrage of Veterans Memorial High School. It was towards a teacher. And today, we're going to be talking about students bullying teachers, not going the other way around. We're going to be focusing on teachers, not teachers, students who decide to pick on teachers. It was thanks to a video that was back 3 days ago. And keep in mind, this was last week. But let me tell you something. Chaos in the classroom is a huge distraction for both students and teachers. But earlier last week, a video shared on social media showed a disturbance involving a teacher and a student at Veterans Memorial High School. The video did not show what prompted the verbal attraction. We don't know what happened, but we do know who was responsible. Thanks to a Facebook page called Corpus Christi News Now, what the page actually did was actually name the names. It was someone named Landon and a teacher named Mr. Boyd. Now in that report, my good friend Ashley Portillo, who I might have on the show one day if she approves, if she wants to be on the show to be a special guest co-anchor, we can have that arranged. So as I was saying, Ashley Portillo spoke to the chief of police about the aggressive behavior at school. Just like citizens, all teachers have rights in the classroom. Nobody loses their rights at the schoolyard door, he said. But also, the chief said that there's an altercation between student and faculty member. The staff is advised to do what it can to ensure everyone's safety. That means interfering. But CCISD could not release information or details about the video. But on the show, we now know what happened, thanks to a Facebook page. But in the meantime, Corpus Christi American Federation Teachers President Dr. Nancy Vera told Channel 6 that a lack of respect for educators in the class has been a growing problem in the past decade. There were some teachers who were she was a retired teacher who said they would verbally attack her. There were some who were racist. When a teacher comes to her for advice, for example, when a student basically assaults teachers, advice and then press charges. That is assault, and you could be arrested. Not a privilege or a right, you have to be rude or ugly or abusive. So now again, the two people who were involved in this video is Landon, the student who assaulted the teacher, Mr. Boyd. Now, if he were to come on the show, which I would not advise him because I think he was a minor. I will not impose minors on the show. But if I were to speak to one of the Veterans Memorial students who play baseball or something, and I would figure out if they knew Landon, whatever information you can give me, I can go straight to the media. So now what I have to tell you is, so I'm going to tell you right now, if your teacher starts assaulting you, starts picking on you, then you go report to the principal. And you go tell you, if she starts calling you names, if your teacher starts calling you names, you go straight to the principal and your parents. But you don't never put your hands on a teacher. And somehow people who watch it think it's funny. Tell me what's funny. You just don't put your hands on a teacher in anger. And anybody that does is a chicken shit coward. And I'm glad Landon got arrested for assault. And I'm probably glad that Landon got got arrested for assault. Because what we need to do is teach kids that it's not okay to put their hands on teachers. And teachers especially. You should never, ever, never, ever put your hands on a student. Never. And if you do that, you are a chicken shit coward. It's not funny. You just don't put your hands on a student in anger. And all the teachers that are watching this segment want to write to me saying that I'm too tough and I'm a bully. I don't give a damn. In fact, I like pissing you off. I'm here to protect children for their own. I'm here to protect kids for their own safety to make sure they can get the best education they can get. But still, we have to teach people that it's not okay to put their hands on a teacher. You could be arrested for assault. That is an assault charge right there. You assault the teacher, then the district can press charges. You vandalize the school property, the district can press charges. Teachers and students having sex, the district can press charges. So again, don't put your hands, so again for students, don't put your hands on a teacher in anger. If you guys think if you think that a student putting his or her hands on a teacher, his or her hands on a teacher in anger is a chicken shit coward, please smash the like button and stand up. It's not okay. Because the district can decide to press charges. And 3 days ago, right after that, one person said cameras in the classroom could help. Well, yes, they could. There is also, for good reason, that there are police officers in hallways and classrooms across the country. But the message here is, guys, don't ever put your hands on a teacher in anger. It's not right. To the students out there who are watching this and all of you students that want to write in, and to all you students that want to write in, saying I'm a bully, I don't give a damn. I like pissing students off for picking on teachers. Because other teachers have rights and feelings. We have to respect teachers like they're our parents. And it doesn't matter if you don't like your teacher or not because she gives you too much homework or something, but it doesn't matter. You have to respect your teacher. And if you don't like your teacher, well, keep it to yourself. But don't say that in front of the teacher. Because if you do, then it's going to cause problems. And you could be arrested for that. Jeez. Okay, we gotta take a break here because, all right, we're gonna take a break here. Coming up last week, coming up on Friday, after I talked to Eric on Friday, I talked to you about the new program that happened I talked to you about a new police district. I talked to you guys about a police department in the Bluff that's going to happen if the board approves of this. Like I said before, it has nothing to do with taxes, but I created a poll on a Facebook page. We're going to tell you about that poll when we come back. Now, as y'all know, back on Friday, I talked to you guys about the program that I went to a meeting on Wednesday where Dr. Freeman presented about having a new police department in the school district, like the one CCPD has. And Freeman made a lot of good points. Like, it doesn't have anything that has nothing to do with taxes, nothing to do with the tax rate, and it could help a lot with a lot of everything. I showed you guys a chart and a secret plan about a recording device that which nobody knew about. But if he would to know about it, I would comply. But if the superintendent would watch part of the segment, then he would realize that I violated the law, and I would be willing to delete it or be arrested for recording without permission. So I think it was yesterday I connected a poll on a Facebook group called "You Know You're from Flower Bluff," and I got some like good responses. 13% said that they liked the plan. Some people are asking like, "Oh, so how's this going to affect our tax dollars?" And I said before, keep in mind, it has nothing to do with the tax dollars. It's not going to raise your taxes. Nothing to do with the tax rate. And if you were to walk up to Freeman and say, "Hey, we have the highest tax rate in the history of South Texas," you were to find me a school district in every state that has the highest tax rate. So again, this program that Freeman's going to be offering, if the board approves, has nothing to do with our tax rate. Yeah, I was there too. I mean, he did not know about the show until I told him. I mean, he didn't know this was going to be on Friday until I told him. But still, all of you people want to comment down saying, "Is this going to raise our tax dollars?" It's not going to raise your tax dollars. It has nothing to do with the tax. As a matter of fact, if you saw a little photo of that glimpse, first row on the left-hand side, you will see me. But still, again, this has nothing for the people who want to write in and say, "Is this going to raise our tax dollars?" It's not going to raise your tax dollars. You can ask Freeman yourself, and he'll tell you the same shit like I told you. How are these people going to understand that this program is not going to raise our tax dollars? How are they going to understand that, Mr. Fisher? I mean, how are they going to understand it? If we can give them proof, if they went to the presentation and they would understand. If they didn't, if they saw it in the news and thought to themselves this thing's the same thing, then oh my God, it's an apocalypse, man. But it wouldn't be an apocalypse because we're going to wait until this month or next month when the board approves it. So it's already in March. So probably in the middle and the end of March, we're going to see what the school board says, and I might be there for a best Give Me a Break episode ever. Second and best. No cameras. Just an audio. Just my secret plan. And I told you before, I mean, there are a lot of these things happening. There are lots of reasons why. I mean, that all states got to have like a police department, like the one that CCISD has. And if Flower Bluff were to do the same thing, then I think it'd be a great idea. I can walk by there every day, making sure that everyone's staying safe and stuff. But the thing we have to make sure of is that students are in the right hands. And there are rules like no guns, no drugs, none of it. You're here to go to school and be safe. And yet, you go to school thinking you're going to be safe, but no, you're thinking you're going to be scared. You know what? Let's bring Eric out here again. You know what? Let's bring Eric out here again. Eric Lee.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
You know, he won't respond. But if he were to be glad to see the show, but if he were to be on the show, he would give express opinions about the video. still, it has nothing to do with our tax dollars. And you would go up to the school board and say it has everything to do with the tax dollars. You would give, if you were to go out there and tell FEMA it has everything to do with the tax dollars, you give him a specific reason why it has to do with our tax dollars. I mean, it would cut down on everything. I mean, truancy will go down. If this program will approve, truancy will go down. Less crime will be happening. No guns. None of it. The school will be a safe place. So now my question is, where are you guys going to build it? Where are they going to build it at? My view would be right there. That police department right there. If they were to approve that right by a Parker Pool, if they were to approve that police station right by Parker Pool where the basketball courts are, it would be like stairs. It would make some improvements. But still, what you have to understand here is that we need to make sure, this thing could help students. Like I said before, we have to use our tax dollars to help students. And if we don't want to help students, don't want to use our tax dollars to help students, then our extra money isn't helping the students. It's going to help out everyone. Alright, so we talked about bullying, and we talked about teachers bullying students bullying teachers. We talked about the meeting that happened on Wednesday. Still, we're going to have to take a break. We're going to take another break here. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to a fast food restaurant? Imagine this. You ever been to a fast food restaurant and you saw someone picking a fight with someone? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to a fast food restaurant and see someone yelling at the cashier? Well, that's exactly what happened in this video that gone viral weeks ago. It was at a fast food restaurant. It was on Corpus Christi South Side. One professor said videos like this are a reminder not to let your frustrations build up throughout the day. In this video, I'm not going to show you this video, but it has profanity, which I don't want to put in the wrong hands. This video has been shared over 3,000 times on social media. The person who posted it told Channel 3 she helps will make others think about the actually play the last shout. And like I said before, if you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. She got up, started yelling at the older gentleman, the cashier. He said, turns out it was just because they didn't put mustard on it. She threw the food over the counter. And Channel 3 blurred the faces of those who revealed the identities. For the first time, we've seen videos like this on social media. Jody Orcha is a licensed professional counselor who specializes in anger management. She said that in most cases of public meltdowns, if you're coaching your fist, rapid breathing, and she also holds anger management. She said it's almost important for someone who sees what they feel like an anger issue, to talk to a friend or family about what's bothering them. If it doesn't help, you always try therapy and anger management group. As a matter of fact, now this video, if you guys are in the Flower Bluff area, I work at a fast food restaurant. I see something like this all the time. I don't see anything like this all the time. We don't have any stuff like this, but here in the show, we try our best to keep peace. I think especially where I come from, if you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. And that's exactly what I'm talking about here. This video, this person who posted the video should be glad. If this person had not cut up on if this person were on camera telling her side of the story, telling her side of the story what happened, then we could be able to get more information. All right. In our future Give Me a Break episodes, we're going to call it Public Meltdowns Caught on Camera. We're going to look at some videos like this that show people like public meltdowns, like one from World's Dumbest Brawlers 6, 7, or 5 at in a public restaurant or a public mall or in a public laundromat. I mean, these are public meltdowns caught on camera. We're going to be looking at some of those in the future. All right, we'll be right back. I'll be back in a moment. I'll tell you about Wednesday, Thursdays, Fridays. Give me a break. I'm going to be off Wednesday night. We're off on Wednesday. But here's some of the here's one of the stories we're going to have for you. Give me a break for Friday. I'll Give Me a Break Friday. We're going to be talking about on Give Me a Break Friday. Spring break's coming up next week. We're going to be talking about what you can do to be prepared, and also speeders, what to watch out for. Plus, it was exactly almost 1 year ago when Jasani Smith was whisked away by a riptide. We're going to tell you what you can do to make sure of that again. Those stories coming up on Give Me a Break Friday. And that's all for this edition of Give Me a Break Tuesday. So again, I'm off on Wednesday. So I'll see you again for Give Me a Break Friday. Have a good night, everyone. And thank you for watching.